What's up everybody, Phantom here for another reaction video on God of High School episode 3. So yeah, last time we saw some more character development between the trio, the main trio, saw more action scenes of course. We saw more of Go Gum D, which is the Tai Chi user. And yeah, so he faced off against the Sandals guy, I think his name's Kang or something like that. So yeah, and then Jin Mori sort of intervened towards the end there. So yeah, excited to see what happens next. What kind of punishment Mori's gonna get. What kind of fights Mori, Mira, and Daewoo are gonna get as well as some of the other characters. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. I also do gaming content on Twitch. So yeah, check that out in the description below, and let's get started. Oh, these are the guys that were in what's his name's backstory. Dude, what the hell? Some characters, okay. So it's gonna be the religious, crazy cult type of faction. Oh, he's out. Kang Mansuk. What the hell? Dude, he's mentally fucked up. Dude, did Mori just do that, man? Jin Taejin. Ah, so he knows him. Yeah, they're gonna keep him in for sure. Dude, can't believe Mori effed him up that badly, man. Oh my god, Mira versus Mission. Oh, a takedown. Ooh. Oh, dodge out. Oh my god. Dodge out of the way. Okay, good. Ah. Good men. Dude, she wants her own harem, dude. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. She basically just wants all the guys in the suits. I called it. Oh my god. Ooh. Back kick. Ooh, yes, with this. Dude, use their hands to slice. Swordless style. Yo, she can use their hands to like slice shit. That's sick. Oh, she's gonna get cut. Yeah.
Jin Mori. この男と戦ってお前が勝ったら大会に復帰させてやるよ。場所はあそこだ。
Yeah, he wants to see what he's capable of. You go to him. Oh, Park.
クルーツは疲労回復に役立つ。そいつを食って明日の試合に備えろ。
Oh, tomorrow, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, so he's got an ulterior motive.
持ち出したんですか。ボンチム老子ですらまだ早いと封印なさっていたものなのに。
They're locked up.
普通の人間が口にしたらどうなるのか。
Ordinary human. Oh my god, the fruits? What the hell? The fruits? Did they do something to him?
Masa. 確かめるためだ。果たしてあれが本物かどうか。
Yeah, definitely something in there. It's gonna give him like a... Oh my god. Is this to test his like integrity? Like... like his, I don't know, his superpower or his like strength, or is this to weaken him, or is this going to give him like a? It'd be even more interesting if it gave him like a boost, right? If it gave him like a strength boost somehow. Maybe like a test, and if he's strong enough, he'll get a like a bit of a boost. Who's this? Is that his friend or? That's in hospital.
治療の方はどうだ。
今度新しい薬を試すんだ。前のよりは効果が見込めそうだって。まあその分金はかかるけど。
早く体治せって。そういや最近変なやつとして。
I gotta tell him about Mori.
お前にちょっと似てるかも。
お前。
Reminds me of you.
どういう意味だよ。俺が変だって言いたいかな。
あ
あ。
Oh, that's nice. I wonder what their relationship is besides like friends, like how they become friends, school friends or childhood friends. Oh, Devi versus Sung Chol. Ooh. Oh my god, I thought he slipped.
大丈夫か。お前。
Oh my god.
こけてただろう。そういうのを狙って攻撃するのは卑怯だからな。変なやつだな、お前。
Yes.
いいぜ。その態度をどこまで貫けるか試して。
He's got a good heart, just like Mori. Help people. Honorable. Whoa, oh my god, multi-hit. Ooh.
無駄だ。12箇所同時の打突。
12 places.
筋肉と骨を越えて内臓にまで達している。
Ooh, shows the organs.
立ち上がれるわけがない。俺の勝ちだ。
Nah. He's gonna come back for sure. Yeah, he's gonna get some motivational flashback. Then he's gonna come out and kick ass.
嫌にならないのか。
人生は戦いだからよ。生きるためには戦い続けねえと。
俺は負けるわけにはいかないんだ。いいだろう。付き合ってやるよ。受けてみろ。72本。
72 spears. Ooh, okay, here we go.
詩人の肩。
Form of the four guardian gods.
剣舞。
Oh shit! Oh my god, just squished that friggin' Batman. Holy shit. Second stance. So he's got like animals. He's got like beasts as forms. White tiger, dude, that's sick. Oh my god, let's go, dude. Overpowering him. Freaking Mach 2, dude. Like the speed of sound. Oh my god, he's getting him everywhere, man. Oh, dude. Look at that onslaught. Dude, the power, like every strike. World stance.
ああ、悔しいな。
By the rules yesterday, yeah, we get to see his part. Is he gonna? He's gonna wake up for sure, but I don't know what's gonna happen. There's like a backstory, like a vision. What the hell?
ルールを説明します。今回はハンデ戦となり、審判員から一度でもダウンを奪えば陣森選手の勝利
If
と
you
な
knock
り
him
ます。
down once, he wins.
準備はよろしいですね。レディー
Go! Oh, the music.
外せよ、メガネ。
Is that it?
試合終了。なんだよ今の
scooting around. What the hell?
真剣にやりなさいよ。
Dude, yeah, he's gonna wreck him. Dude, that's sick.
体が熱い。
久々に切れたぜ。
What the? Here we go. Is this Chariot? Oh my god, what the frick? What the hell? Is it the like, same eyes, the cross?
GP2500?
何これ。
250 GP. What the hell is that? Dude, is that like... What the frick?
これ何なの。
Is he like conjuration? Is he transforming himself? Is that like some sort of spirit? Did he like pass out? Dude, that was... Oh, they stopped him?
間違いない。こいつこそジン・テ
Jin Taejin's tiger cub.
絶対に逃がしはしない。
Never letting him get away. Ah, okay. Give me banana. So yeah, he definitely wants him for something. Maybe he wants him like part of the team, you're on his side. Maybe he wants to use him. So yeah, I hope it's not something as plain and simple as like want his power or something like that. Alright guys, so now we're going to go into next section of the video, Phantom's favourite frames. This is where I go through the episode and I pick my favourite frames or favourite scenes of the episode and tell you why they're my favourite. Alright, first is this one, just because we have no information about this faction yet and they seem like they have a lot of people, not sure if they're all fighters in the black cloaks there. But yeah, those guys at the back up top there are definitely strong fighters and they can definitely use Chariot. So yeah, I kind of want to know what their relationship is with any of the characters in the show. If they've got connections to Park Min-jin, if they've got connections to Taejin, Jin Mori's grandfather. We know that they have connections with that Kang guy. Maybe they were the ones who taught him how to use the northern style taekwondo. Yeah, kind of like this, it's kind of building up the stakes, like there's this mysterious like evil cult in the shadows that are sort of gaining power, and yeah, so I want to see like what ends up happening in this kind of like they're definitely going to have like a big confrontation with either the commissioners, the guys in the suits, and Park Min-jin, or maybe they're going to confront the main character trio and some other characters or something like that. There's definitely going to be some sort of confrontation, so I want to see what the confrontation is about and who actually confronts them or who actually tries to stop these guys. Also, can you see their abilities and what their goals are and stuff like that. And next scene is this scene here, the secret fruits, the secret devil fruits give people power or something. We don't know what they do, so as stated here, who knows what will happen when an ordinary human will eat them. I don't know if it's meant to imply that they'll die or have grave injury, or if that they'll gain like power. But yeah, it definitely indicates that there is non-ordinary humans, which I guess are people who can use Chariot or super strong. We don't know if you have to be strong to sort of survive or if you have to have some sort of special power or but yeah, I definitely want to learn more about these while they're locked up, what exactly they do, how many of them are there and stuff like that. And they also mentioned an Elder Bongchin, so I guess he's probably like even higher up than Park Min-jin. So yeah, keen to see that character eventually as well. Next scene is this here. I think it's good to see more of Daewoo's backstory. You can see who this character is, and it's not actually like a family member, like a mom or a sibling, as a lot of anime that tends to happen, and that's kind of their drive. But yeah, we get to see earlier that this character actually has a sister that she's working to get more money for his treatment, and so is Daewoo. So interested to know more about these two and their relationship. But yeah, he says, you've got to keep fighting if you want to live. All of life is a battle, and it shows more of Daewoo's conviction to fight and to win, and more of his goals, and show like what he's fighting for. And he also mentions that he met a weird guy that reminds him of his friend here, and that's Mori. So I guess because they're both you know, nice, kind-hearted, and they sort of fight for justice, and they're like got good hearts. So I guess that's why he reminds him of him. Yeah, so this was pretty cool. Get to see Daewoo's backstory now. After last episode, we saw Mirrors. And next scene is this scene. I think this is probably my favorite frame of like the past couple episodes so far. But I'm not going to talk too much about what this means, because I did read the wiki at one stage because I was going to read Webtoon, and in the wiki I basically just read the first paragraph or so of like all the characters, or at least some of the characters. And obviously Jim Mori is main character, is one of the first I went to, and I read, you know, some things from the wiki, so I know more about his character. That's related to this. But yeah, I really think this is really cool if you're the type of person to look frame by frame. This probably shows a lot of more about his character, the mystery, like what are these people, these beings, like who are they, what are they. You know, that's Jim Mori in the middle there, definitely, because you can see his silhouette, and his like boots and pants, and his like, you know, his sash or his like tied up jacket, and then you see him hold a weapon, and I just think that's, you know, especially it's red, it's like in the middle of the screen, it's very like eye-popping. I also like just the art of the scene, but yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool, like tidbit to show for the future, like whether you might call it like foreshadowing or like a bit of an Easter egg. But yeah, I'm sure as a Webtoon reader, if you've read the Webtoon, this is like a really cool scene. You know, especially because you know like a bit about it, and you really can't say anything. But yeah, so I know a little bit about it, like I said, but yeah, I don't really know what's going on in the scene. I don't really know like these people or these creatures or whatever these are. You know, maybe there's got something to do with like what happened later on in the episode where the commissioner guy, the green hair, summoned some sort of like clown-sized creature. Maybe something to do with that. And it's like his familiars or something. I don't know for sure. And yeah, so if it's if I turn it to be correct or something, and you know, and it's not because you know, I'm spoiling. I actually don't know myself. I know some things, but I don't actually know like what's going on in the background here. But yeah, I think this is just really cool. And this also the way it's portrayed, like he's having like a vision or like of some kind, or maybe it's like deep in his mind, and there was sort of these images are flashing, and then right at the end you see his eye, but it's blue. So yeah, that's really sick. And we also know just the theme of the anime has like not only supernatural themes, but like mythological themes. With, you know, we saw a mural before with like the nine-tailed fox and other mythological, you know, creatures like a dragon, and things like that. So yeah, there's definitely like mythology sort of tied into this anime in some way. So yeah, this is really cool. I love this frame and like how it's drawn, and yeah, just the art of it. Yeah, it's really cool. Love this part of the episode. And finally, we have this scene here. This is our first, you know, very obvious, very direct use of any sort of supernatural magic power. You know, it's and yeah, so we see that sort of come out of the commissioner. And you really get to see the scale, like in this scene, this fighting scene, how big it is, how he like comes down to the sides, and then Jim Mori like jumps on it, and Jim Mori is like, what the hell is going on? And same with the other characters, you know. So people would be seeing this and have no clue like what the hell this is, what's going on, or like anything like that. So I feel like the only people who know, you know, are people who know about Chariok, like the other commissioners and Park Mujin and the religious cult group. I feel like they're sort of on that tier of like understanding and knowledge and power as well. But yeah, this is a really cool. Our first very obvious look what I presume to be Chariok of, you know, or magic or supernatural things in this anime. Besides like what we saw before with Kang with like the kick and then one of the commissioners blocked it. I'm sure that was Chariok too in a way, but this is some sort of like magic of some kind that we get to see for the first time. So I thought this is cool. Yeah, keen to see more about the other commissioner's powers. So I presume this is like, you know, this character's you know, companion or familiar, or you know, just his summon, I guess. We don't know if he can summon more. I'm keen to know, you know, the answers to these things, but you know, I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. I want to know more now about the other commissioners, if it's all just based around sort of summoning, you know, a creature or a spirit of some kind, or if there's actually other superpowers. You're summoner, and then you're like maybe an elementalist, two completely different things, or if, you know, every commissioner has like some sort of spirit or you know, creature that they can sort of summon or something like that. So I think seeing that will show us more about the anime in general. If we see more of what's sort of possible in anime, and you know, if there's like different classes, or if there's different factions have different abilities or something like that. And that's it for the episode. Yeah, really cool episode. For episode 3 we saw Mira go against Misyun, I think her name is. Their fight was cool. That Mira actually, she also seems almost stronger without her sword, you know, using her hands to slice. Like whenever she uses a sword, I know it's a wooden sword, it's not like an actual blade, but if she can use those techniques with her hands, I feel like she should be able to use those techniques with the sword and actually cut with the sword. So yeah, every time she loses her sword, she comes back with using like a swordless style and starts, you know, slashing people. So yeah, I feel like she's almost stronger without the sword, which is kind of strange. I want to see her actually use the sword, or use like a sword of like a different sword of some kind. Maybe she gets to upgrade in the future, and actually use, you know, and use the sword to actually slice, you know, and slash and actually, you know, cut people and stuff, instead of you know, always like not being able to do that with the sword and then just losing it and having to use her hands. You know, she's also like a close combat fighter with her hands, so she can like, yeah, we saw like a reverse kick, and she can use her fists and her palm strikes and stuff like that. So yeah, so she definitely has martial arts abilities as well as sword skills. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I just definitely want to see more of Mira's like actual sword like skills. I want to see her like a swordswoman do like swordswoman stuff. So yeah, so I hope we get to see more of that, and yeah, to see what her full like potential is with her sword, you know, because I feel like even no matter how far she goes without her sword, you know, cutting with her hands, I feel like that's even though she's displaying more power or displaying more like, you know, strength, I still feel like that's not her character's like full potential, because her maximum power would be with the sword, right? And being able to cut with the sword, and you know, she's a swordswoman, you know, that's her skill. So I feel like her maximum potential is with the sword. So I really want to see that. And we saw Han Daewoo go up against the guy with the glasses, and the bat. And yeah, his moves are pretty cool too. Like his martial arts style is karate, and he's definitely got like a super strong sort of theme with him. He's definitely got some mobility to him as well, but he's just shows so much power. The animation just shows so much power in his like action scenes and his fighting scenes. And yeah, his forms are based on like different animals, like the black tortoise, and there's like a white tiger and things like that. So that's kind of like really cool. So he's got like a bestial theme, like an animal theme. After that, he started like pounding on him and like keep punching him, and yeah, it just really shows like his strength, and his endurance as well, like, right? He's like his durability. So I wonder who has more durability between him and the wrestler girl. You know, they're both like strength type characters. So yeah, that's really cool. And obviously Jimori seems to be the strongest of them all. That's obvious because he's the main character, but even though they don't emphasize his strength as they do with Daewoo, like the animations and the sound effects, they really show like how much power he has with his punches. And with Mori, it's more because of his taekwondo, it's kicks. But I feel like Mori has a different kind of physical strength. It's not so much physical strength like Daewoo has. It's more just I don't know, maybe just the body power, like the way he like moves, you know, with his kicks. Just like more than just the strength of his legs. I think it's something more like supernatural. Like obviously it's unrealistic, you know, the level of power and strength that these high schoolers are putting out. Obviously it's an anime. His abilities are maybe tied to Shariok in some way, like maybe they're not really showing us like, you know, the purple mist or like the magic sort of like aura, but he's got that innately, you know, maybe he's using it to like super up his strength or something like that. So maybe it's just innate Shariok that he's not really knowing that he's using, so maybe something like that, I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool. My favorite part definitely was like the flashbacks or the whatever they were, the visions of some kind that Jinmori had when he woke up from after he had the peach. I think that's my favorite part of the series so far. It's 3 episodes in. Yeah, it's just really mysterious and it's just really cool to see that. And yeah, then we saw him face against the commissioner. That was a cool little fight, definitely a cool like scale fight. Like I said in Phantom's favorite frames, I'd like to see more of the commissioners and their abilities. I'm sure we are going to see them. But yeah, I'd like to see what the extent, how far this anime goes in terms of the magic or the supernatural like fantasy like elements. Not sure what I foresee like happening. Park Min-jin definitely wants to see Jinmori use more of his powers. Not sure what his goals are specifically, if he's trying to like bring him over to his side or if he wants to steal his powers or like whatever the case may be. But yeah, he definitely wants Jin. And yeah, I feel like the cultist guys and like Park Min-jin and the commissioners, I think they're like 2 different factions that we've seen so far. So I feel like it's just going to be them versus the religious guys. So like they're the only 2 like big factions, you know, like thinking about it, right? Why would like an evil organization need to grow their numbers, you know, to fight, unless they're fighting something of equal strength? So I feel like the commissioners are that, and they've probably got, you know, characters that are below them that are, you know, fighters as well, that just aren't as strong, like foot soldiers, so of some kind. So they're part of, you know, some sort of organization. So I feel like there's going to be like a fight in between them 2 more so than the main characters. The main characters are going to get involved somehow, but I don't know if they're going to be particularly like on any side. I think just they're going to have their own side, and somehow maybe some of the commissioners will sort of join them, or maybe they'll like somehow like with some of the other side characters they'll replace the commissioners or something, and they'll like be part of this organization, be part of this group, and maybe change it, or maybe, you know, if they're corrupt or whatever, or maybe just overtake it, or be like the new commissioners, you know, take their place in some way, and then they'll fight against those religious cultist guys, or maybe it's not so simple, you know. But that's kind of my thoughts of what's going to happen, like where the story's sort of going so far. So yeah, that's episode 3. Catch you guys in the next episode. This is Phantom. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. So yeah, there you go. Catch you guys in the next episode. Phantom out. Thank you. Bye.